calling Twitch so we can talk about Game of Games tonight.
Have any of you actually discovered who this guy is yet? And I'm not talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about this guy, right here. A lot of celebrities have his art, and some celebrities idolize him so much they spend millions of dollars on his artwork and his hairstyles too. This is Jean-Michel Basquiat, the boyfriend of Madonna before the world even knew her name. And it kind of made me wonder why certain celebrities idolize him so much. For example, like his three-pointed crown, which was Chris Rock's first tattoo at the age of 55, in which LeBron James jumped in on that too. Same for P. Diddy and Dave Bautista. And it made me wonder why Hollywood finds Basquiat's artwork more unique than anyone else's. For one, articles state that he was a medium, a magician. His mission was nothing less than the restoration of powerful spiritual function to art, a channeling of the eternal through the ephemeral. Articles state that Basquiat was a scion of Haiti. He knows the law as the Haitian gods, and he knows what they sound like on a jazz record. He can hear Urzili when she's speaking through the clarinet, and he understands the relationship between possession on the dance floor that the gods are in the music. And I find it extremely coincidental that P. Diddy has a massive back tattoo of Urzili or Azili Dantor on his back. They're pretty spot on, I'd say. And how ironic is it that Madonna depicts Alizé as well, right down to the heart. Many celebrities own his art, especially Ellen. And believe me, she has many.
I loved you with my whole heart. Time will tell. Time will tell. Were the stars moving across the ocean? Did the world turn away for just a glance?
One of the most bitterly debated subjects in classical archaeology is whether or not the Carthaginians, an ancient civilization in North Africa, killed their children for their gods. Evidence for the worship of Moloch is found in the Old Testament, with variant names Molech, Melech, and Baal, meaning Lord, and also the Phoenician theonym for Moloch is MLK. If the classical reports are accurate, Moloch represents a deity or symbology associated with child sacrifice and is fervently despised in the Old Testament. No archaeological or historical evidence states Moloch or any of his variant names resemble an owl. Rabbinical tradition depicted Moloch as a bronze statue with the head of a bull and a large human body where victims were thrown into fire. The Canaanite deity has also been drawn and referred to as Kronos due to the parallel mytheme of the Titan god devouring his children. The ritualistic intimations of Baal and Moloch have existed for thousands of years, with modern reimaginings depicting the idol as a machine. Other controversial interpretations can be found in the origins of Freemasonry, as revealed in the Royal Arch Degree in the Rituals of Exaltation. The name of the great architect of the universe is a trinity of words, Jah-Bulan, translating to Yahweh, Baal, and Osiris, the ancient Egyptian god of fertility, resurrection, and the underworld. In Tunisia, just outside Jerusalem, children were said to have been sacrificed to Baal by being, quote, passed through fire in an area called a Tophet. According to Rashi, the single most influential commentator of the Middle Ages, the massive statue of, quote, Molech, which was of copper, and they would heat it up from underneath with its hands spread out, and they would place the child on his hands, and he would be burnt and mown, and the priests would beat drums so the father should not hear his son's voice and take pity, end quote. It's pertinent to understand the Hebrew Bible referred to Moloch worship as Canaanite idolatry, straying away from Judaism. The quotes from Leviticus are clear. But the religion of Carthage in North Africa managed to continue the Canaanite ritual, with several modifications, they birthed what the Jewish virtual library called the Cult of Moloch, creating the largest Tophet ever discovered, covering almost 4 miles with 9 descending levels. Rabbinical tradition stated, quote, "The body of Moloch was hollow, divided into 7 compartments. In one, which they put flour. In the second through 6th, they put animals. And in the 7th, a child, which were all burned together by heating the statue inside." But in 1923, French-led excavations at Carthage found some 20,000 burials containing cremated infant and animal bones kept in urns, inscribed with dedications to Baal and the Phoenician theonym for Moloch. They discovered long genealogical pedigrees signifying noble families, with one lineage stretching back 16 generations, suggesting the ritual was, quote, "an elite practice." The University of Oxford published a study of the findings, concluding the Greek and Roman accounts were true, and not, as modern scholars believe, propaganda. They also reaffirmed previous analyses that because the ritual was so expensive, only the wealthiest and most powerful in Carthage could have practiced it. The cult of Moloch was real, an unspeakable evil carried out by wealthy humans while their society was flourishing. An author of the study said, quote, "We should not imagine that ancient people thought like us and were horrified by the same things. But remember, the Greeks and the Romans were just as appalled then as we are now. Even many animals have an unquenchable desire for the safety of their offspring. And with the cult of Moloch substantiated, it would seem that anyone knowledgeable of its horror would react with abhorrence and disgust. And with most of the world having no idea about this, why then, or how then, does Hillary Clinton know about Moloch?"
The footage found on Anthony Weiner's laptop caused some of the most hardened NYPD officers to weep, vomit, and seek psychological help.
And they didn't look at a fraction of the emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
So who is Anthony Weiner again? You know, this guy. And this guy. Things seem to be going pretty great for Anthony. A congressman himself, he was married to Huma Abedin, an American political staffer who was vice chair of Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign for president of the United States. Abedin seemed to be a sure thing for a Clinton White House. Of course, that was before police began to investigate her husband Anthony, who was ultimately sentenced to 21 months in federal prison for an illicit online contact with a 15-year-old girl. During its investigation, the FBI found over 15,000 emails on a private email server of Hillary Clinton's. Here's the document showing the seizure of the laptop.
So one of the things, if I were the president, I'd do is demand the Anthony Weiner laptop and get it to the most trusted person in the military to take apart everything on it and then start using it. There's a lot that can be prosecuted, I have no doubt, on that laptop.
So what all was found on this laptop? Well, the NYPD's laptop has enough evidence to put Hillary away for life.
Leave me here in this ashes. I will weep. I will dance. 'Cause all I have is yours. All these ashes and these sores.
go on Google and you type in translate to English, right? You're gonna be on this page right here. So you want to make sure you go to Latin, right? So detect from Latin to English, and then we're gonna type in. We're gonna do it in spaces. So NIC, and then space KELO, and then space DEO, right? Nickelodeon. That's everything with the exception of the end. But what does it say? It says, I don't care about God. God created the whole world with words. And I was saying this growing up, and I was watching this. Is it still a coincidence? Why would these billions of dollars, these companies that's worth billions of dollars, why, if God wasn't real, why would you spend all of this money and all of this time naming your whole, like, cartoon platform? Why would you name it? I don't care about God.
Have you ever seen a child react like this after a phone or tablet was taken away from them?
What? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Because we just investigated this trend.
Extreme snuff film featuring John Podesta and a young girl believed to be Madeleine McCann is circulating on the dark web, according to sources familiar with the material. The video has been circulating on the dark web since last month, according to reliable sources who have viewed the material and confirmed the content is worse than your worst nightmare. Many people are unable to watch the video for more than a few seconds due to the horrific nature of the content, according to sources familiar with the tape. It is believed Podesta was terrorizing the young girl, deliberately causing the child's body to release adrenochrome into her bloodstream before bleeding her out and drinking the blood during a satanic ritual. Sickening discovery. Years before WikiLeaks published John Podesta's personal emails revealing his interest in some very questionable things, Andrew Breitbart went on the record asking, "What's in your closet, John Podesta?"
This is a concerted effort. This is a concerted effort. Politics of personal destruction. Fuck you, John Podesta.
All right, well, you see where I'm coming from.
Okay, yeah.
When I talk, that's because I'm interested in this ongoing, whatever the hell they're doing.
What's in your closet, John Podesta?
Whatever the hell they're doing. What's in your closet, John Podesta?
Big Soros? Do you want us to play these games? Because we're playing to win.
Does fake news. You know, and it's personally painful because a lot of this is really total bullshit. And I am sick of the, you know, I mean, I have been, my family and I have been put through this Pizzagate bullshit for a year, which has been totally debunked, by the way.
He's wrong. It hasn't been debunked. Not in any real sense of the word anyway. On the contrary, evidence continues to mount.
To be aware that we are affecting our own evolution by everything that we do, the babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight, the babies we eat.
That's one hell of a slip to make. The Rock is on camera joking that he likes to eat babies too.
I eat children. How old are you?
12.
Oh, okay. Only to 10.
That's a strange thing to be joking about.
your voice.